on the board, and we already have our we should already have our presenters chosen. So if you were notified to be a presenter of your group and y'all are finished taking notes, feel free to join me up front. If you were notified to present, okay, you got 1 minute to come and join me. If Chris or myself came and talked to you. So you don't have to do a real long presentation, just a quick presentation saying, talking about an issue. Y'all can step this way. So you'll stand right in front of the light. All right, guys. So we have. All right, guys. So we have group 2 presenting on their challenges. So Mr. Cass, take it away.
Everybody doing okay? Group 2, talking about the challenges, really experiencing the challenges. The first thing we said, identifying the user. A lot of people have a problem identifying the user. They don't know who those drugs or how to do. Glorifying the topic of substance abuse in the music, like rap music, certain cultures, drug use is a big thing. They really enjoy it, and everybody should be smoking marijuana. Everybody should be doing this. Everybody should be getting high. Together. Glorifying the user is going to be a challenge for the community. Identifying the cultural difference. Who's the most at risk? And he said something about young black males are more at risk at smoking marijuana. Some else about somebody else is more at risk at doing drugs, doing pills or whatever. Coping skills. We need to identify the coping skills. We need to be educated about the topic and the issue. More education in the community. Then we talk about the civil challenges. We picked the Shelby County Health Department, should be the main source, talking about drug abuse and drug users. Church leaders, church teachers in church about drug use. A lot of young youth think that smoking marijuana is a thing that everybody do. They think marijuana, everybody smoke marijuana. I heard it all the time at work. The young guys come in and say, well, everybody smoke marijuana. We should penalize for smoking marijuana. I said, then so the church leaders should talk about the civil challenges, school leaders, communities, educational campaigns. We talked about on the news, having on TV, talking about education of doing drugs and overdose and all that. What else we talk about? Employers should have programs in place for drug use. We talk about media companies. They should run ads and commercials about drug use and how to identify a user and supporting evidence, the data that he showed us earlier today about the data about the number, how the numbers are skyrocketing. You know, it was heroin and now it's fentanyl and how it's skyrocketing. Then also the slide that he showed about the visual substance don't take a whole lot of the one of the heroin take a whole lot, and then it's just a speck of fentanyl, and overdose can kill you. And we also, everybody needs to know how to use that Narcan or whatever it is to bring them back in case they do die.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was great. We have another group ready to present. All right, here you go. Take it away.
We're group number 6, and we have Miss April, the Crusader. Hello, you guys. I'm April Matthews with Communities in Schools. This is very important to be useful. But it says, what are some of the biggest challenges you see in the communities around the conversation topic? And we see lack of access to treatment and resources, feelings of hopelessness and apathy, lack of support, not understanding the severity of drug use, mental health, lack of access to fund recovery, and lack of awareness of time. So these are a lot of things that we saw within our own communities and our own experiences. The second one is the civic challenge. Who or what entities are best positioned to address this challenge? And what specific actions could be taken by these entities to address the challenge? Those in recovery. who's best to tell you about being in recovery or recovering as someone who's already been through the 12-step program. They are there as a resource and they should be used because you need them out there going through recovery, right? The public, which is basically each and every person, everybody. Just because it's not happening or you don't feel like it's happening at your front door doesn't mean it won't get there. And so if we are educating everyone, then they know how to educate the next person. Each one teach one, right? Healthcare providers, meaning we had a deep conversation about this. When you are prescribing these drugs, what are you doing? Are you just prescribing the drug? Or are you also telling them the risk of the drugs? We always need to look ethics, right? When we get our medicine, but to have someone actually talk to you about it, and maybe she even mentioned having a resource while you're on the drug. Because some people are on it long term. Outpatient resources, church leaders. Churches don't tend to want to have the hard conversation. You know, we have to have those conversations because this is something that's real that's happening. Schools, a lot of us don't look at it. We look at it maybe high school. I work in middle school and I work in multiple schools. And I'm seeing this from starting from elementary. A lot of this stuff is generational. So my mom is on drugs. She smoked weed all day, so it's cool, it's cute. So I started making her weed. Weed's not getting me high enough anymore. Like they show, we go on to heroin and other drugs. Licensed mental health professionals. A lot of us don't like mental health professionals because a lot of our environment thinks that we're going to be deemed as crazy. But it's going to take us to the bottom. We would also like to say that a lot of, I'm sorry, a lot of the drug use is also mental health wise, correct? Being that a lot of people self medicate. Drugs easier to get the medication sometimes. So we're gonna go to the bottom where it says supporting evidence needed, and it's gonna say what actions or information or data we would like to make action. We said transition drug use program into schools, meeting the people where they are, meaning we're not too good to go into the street. We're not too good to find people where they are. If they are suffering from drug addiction, who makes us too good that we can't go talk? We can't fix the problem, we don't go to the problem, right? Yeah. All right. Build awareness about the signs. We have to know and be able to, somebody said identify what an addict is. Do I look like an addict? Do some of your doctors look like addicts? They are addicts. But we have to also identify what an addict is. Have the hard conversation. That's the hardest thing. We may see our cousin losing weight, losing their job, whatever. We don't want to have a hard conversation. No, we'll talk to each other about them, but not go to their person to see what's wrong happening. Going into the hard places. One of the things I just said, homeless shelters. Maybe even talk to drug dealers. You know, just being honest. You know, it may not feel like the safest thing to do, but a lot of times they are human just as well. That's all we have. Let's see.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you all for all of your hard work tonight. Thank you for being vulnerable with each other. Thank you for opening up about something that impacts all of us, every single person in this room. And thank you for being solution oriented and having a solution oriented mindset too, because that's really important, right? Like we all live in this community together, and so we've got to take care of each other. Thank you for using people first language. People are not what they go through, right? And healing is possible in our communities. And my thing might be different than your thing, but we all got a thing, and we all need to help each other how we can. So thank y'all so much. So we have a couple next steps for you. At your table, you have the options to leave us a couple of comments on this document, but you also have a photo frame, beautiful graphic inside with a QR code because we need your feedback. So before you leave, we're gonna ask that if you haven't already, take out your mobile device, take a couple minutes and complete that feedback survey for us. What we are asking you to do is to continue to get involved with your community. We are hoping that tonight empowers you to find out more information, to continue to educate yourself, to sometimes have that hard conversation with a friend and know that resources are here for us. Making sure that, you know, we will apply this information. So we will, in the near future, have a post-event report to send back out to you and to send out to other stakeholders in our community so they can have the information. And we will be back. This will not be the only community conversation that we have in District 3, so that we hope that you can rejoin us when we come back and bring a friend with you too as well. So without further ado, we want to invite Commissioner McBride to come up.
All right. Well, thank you, Ariel, for putting me on the spot. I didn't expect to say any word, but happy to have you all. Happy to see you all here in District 3, and it's for us to be one of the. I know we didn't get to be first, but hey, we're second, and so glad to have so many of you join for this really unique kind of experience. I got to be part of an earlier sort of test run, and it's just so refreshing to see citizens come out and to be part of something positive and to be part of the solution. And so thank you all for doing that, for being part of this new opportunity and this new sort of positive and solution-oriented approach. In addition to thanking you all for being here, I want to recognize we have another elected official who hasn't been acknowledged yet, but we have Lakeland Commissioner Connie McCarter is here. And so thank you, Commissioner, for being here and for being part of this as well, and for representing Lakeland as well. It's good to have both communities here present. I say this every time I get the chance to say it. The Division of Community Services, no offense, is my favorite division. I know we have some others throughout the government, but my goodness, just such great leadership in Ms. Brumley and Ms. Ariel, and so many of you, all the district connectors. Again, you all make me so proud, and you give me hope and confidence that there are better days ahead. So we've talked about the problem a lot this evening, but I think we've got the beginnings of some solutions as well. So thank you to our special guest speaker today. And again, thank you for being part of the solution. I think this is the beginning of something very good for Shelby County. So thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. All right. So we want to end as close to these 7 as we possibly can. Thank y'all so much. Stay in touch with us at connect@shelbycounty.gov. That is our email. You can find us District Connector Program on our website. And you can see any of the amazing people here tonight. Thank y'all so much. Feel free to grab a lunch and a refreshment. Thank you, Lakeside. Thank you, Youth Empowerment Resource Center. And thank you, David, again, for being here tonight. They've got incredible resources, so please visit their table and get some information. And just thank y'all so much.